Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another live screen discussion with our special guest, who I will introduce in a moment. I'm Richard from Sen Talk. We're based in South London, providing lots of advice and support for families with SEN children. But we're very happy for the work we do on these live streams to be circulated throughout your network. And I know we have people watching from all over the country. Sen Talk provides advice, say, in South London. But we have a very wide audience for these. Welcome if you're watching us live. Feel free to add your any questions in the live chat. We'll try and include as many of those as possible. If you're watching the recording, welcome as well. Feel free to add comments below as you would normally in a YouTube video to continue the discussion. So we have, and she's already sort of introduced herself, a very special guest with us and her mum. So hello to Heidi and Nichola. All the way from the Northeast. Hello. So, Heidi, can you tell me and everybody what it is you have? What is your special neurodiversity?
Well, I have ADHD and dyslexia.
Okay. So, what does ADHD mean for you then?
Well, it means like I'm very special, and it means like I get extra help at reading, writing, and phonics and spellings.
Okay. And when you're at school, say, and you're sitting down in the classroom like everybody else and doing things, what's it like for you having to be sat on the chair nice and still for a long time?
Well, it feels like my butt's glued to the chair.
So what, you want to move but you can't?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
People would say, "Sit down, Heidi."
Right. So what would you prefer to do if you weren't being made to sit down all the time? What would you prefer to do?
I would go and ask the teacher if I could play with my fidget toys,
Okay.
or go at the corridor and do some star jumps or push-ups.
Do some star jumps. Okay. So you need to do some quite sort of busy things that make you move a lot. Is that the things?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And when you've done those, how does that make you feel?
Well, I just go back to the classroom and I feel like refreshed and my brain's like going again.
Okay.
Really fast though.
And your school's happy for you to sort of go out in the corridor and do your star jumps and things, are they?
Yeah.
Do you have other people in your class that need to do that as well?
Not really, but there's a boy that has dyslexia.
Oh, okay. Well, that was the other thing which you said you have as well. So what does your dyslexia mean for you let's say when you're at school?
Well, it affects with my like reading and writing, like phonics and stuff.
Does it affect sort of numbers and doing maths as well?
Yeah, like I see like the numbers like moving around.
Oh, okay. So that must be quite tricky. Do you get any help at school with those?
Yeah, from my teacher, my main teacher and my assistant teacher. My assistant teacher takes me out for handwriting and stuff.
Okay. So I was having another look at your wonderful Heidi and Me Facebook page, the link of which is in the comments below. And I saw a wonderful video this morning of you using a very cool sort of tablet type thing to help you recognize different shapes.
Yeah.
Yeah? So can you tell me how that works? Because it had the shapes on the screen and you had to match the names, didn't you? But you didn't have to write them down. What did it do instead?
So like I went on like this like speaker thing and I tapped it and it comes up like when you say something like the line gets like another lines like spreading up and down.
Oh, okay.
And like when you say something, it writes it down on your piece of paper or your iPad.
Okay, so you don't have to write it in then. It'll just recognize what you say to it.
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
Like it's on the text thing. So if we go on to the text and when you type something, it pops up with like this recorder something.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and then you just press it and then say something in it, and then what you don't like know how to spell or something,
right?
And it just writes it for you.
Oh, cool. So that means you can then, for that exercise you were doing about matching the shapes to their names, you could do that really easily. You didn't have to worry about having to write the words down and work out their spellings and things.
No, and like this morning as well with that, I like learned about a volcano and stuff, and I had to write things down.
Right. Cool. And is that just something you got at home, or do you have something like that at school as well?
We have like this at school, and it's called the ASC store. Lots of
Right.
people in my all of my school like does it, even my brother.
Oh, okay. So everyone can use it. That's cool.
Yeah, not my little sister because she's still in nursery.
All right. Okay. So everybody borrows it. Makes it easier for them as well. Then they don't have to write everything down. So when I've been watching the videos and the pictures on your Facebook channel, you seem to be really sort of proud about your ADHD and your dyslexia.
Yeah.
You seem to be very happy about it.
Yeah.
And what about so what do you think about other people? Because there are obviously lots of other children who have dyslexia and ADHD and other conditions. What do you think they should do?
Well, they could check with their parents to see if they really have ADHD or dyslexia. Then, like, their parents can give them extra help and just tell their teachers, like, to give them extra help and stuff.
Cool. So you seem to sort of be quite happy that you're a bit different, that you need to move around and things. You don't seem to think it's a problem. Is that right?
Yeah.
So your school sounds really good with helping you with those sort of things. You've got a really good teacher and some extra staff that help you, is that right?
Yeah, and like the first thing I do in the morning is like when I get to school, I go in this gaming thing where there's computers, and then we put the headphones on so no one can hear us doing it because people are learning in the early morning when school's not on yet. And then we do this app called Nessie to help us with our spelling and our writing.
Cool. So what's it like? Obviously, you're not. You've been away from school. What's it been like trying to do all your school stuff at home?
Well, it's been fun because like my mum's been really funny, letting us do like lots of things in our books, and like I've studied like Henry VIII, his wives, Saturn, and other things as well.
Okay, so is your mum a good teacher then, sitting in place of your teachers at school?
Yeah.
I think you said the right thing there.
Because like on Monday she said school's not on for Friday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We have Fridays off, don't we?
Yeah.
Oh right, okay. So that's absolutely brilliant. Well, thank you, Heidi. Because when I looked at your Facebook page, you've got over 1,800 people following you on that page, and I'm sure there must be lots more people who actually just come and pop in and watch things. Do you know where all those people come from? Are they just from sort of England and Scotland and things?
They're from all around the country.
Really?
All over around the world.
All over the world. It's really cool.
There might be some people on Saturn.
Oh, you might have some aliens watching you as well. I'm sure aliens have got ADHD as well. I'm sure some of them have. Okay.
They might all do because they're like crazy in their own ways.
Exactly. Cool. Well, Nichola, what gave you the idea to come up with the Facebook page? Because it's obviously very popular.
It is, yeah. Well, first I just need to apologise that I was seen doing this to Heidi, because we had a discussion before we came on camera not to mention people's names for confidentiality reasons, and I thought she was just about to say someone's name, so I was like, yeah, the idea of the page, it just really to get our story out there, to show people that they're not on their own, because I found that when we first had our diagnoses, I spent a lot of time trawling different support groups, and lots of people on there like me that felt they were on their own, So I just thought, let's go for it. Heidi was up for it. Heidi absolutely loves helping me and getting her story out there. So it's pretty easy. It's an easy job.
I want it louder.
Well, it is lovely seeing the photographs and seeing her bouncing around in the background. She's obviously very happy with her ADHD and her dyslexia, I suppose, in some ways.
Yeah, she is, and we just let her flourish. Just let her flourish and let her be as she wants to be.
It was just watching that video of her using the tablet. That was just a lovely example where you were just with a simple application. It was removing any of the challenges she has with spelling and allowing her to do what it was that she was to do, which was to marry up the names and with the shapes. Can imagine it must be very frustrating for her when she's doing something which isn't just sort of handwriting and spelling, where she's struggling with it because of her dyslexia and potentially her ADHD as well.
I have to find ways of sort of appealing to her to get her to do work, which I'm sure lots of other parents find as well. So we do a lot of play-based stuff, a lot of arts and crafts. The nitty-gritty maths and English, it's quite hard to get her on board sometimes. So I have to use my imagination. But the app that she was using, it's just a school app, and school encourage her to use the speak to write part of it, which is what she was using this morning. And like you say, it just takes away that extra bit of work, because with a dyslexic brain, it's hard for her to remember her spellings, and then with her ADHD part of the brain, she just gets bored very quickly, so she's spending long periods of time trying to remember her spellings. She's going to lose interest in the task altogether. What's this?
I love your chewy things, Heidi. I saw a picture of those on your Facebook page.
They're really good. And like when I was like 3 or 4, like I stopped using dummies, because like when I was 2, 1 and 3 and 4, it's probably about 5 when I stopped having them. And Maggie from The Simpsons, I used to do that. I used to go with my dummy.
You like chewing, don't you?
Yeah, I love chewing my things, so that's why my mum bought me this necklace. And like children that love chewing and that have ADHD and dyslexia, you should buy one of these. These are so helpful.
You'd be a very good salesperson for them. But it's quite interesting, because we at Sen Talk, we work with quite a lot of the families with ADHD children, others with autistic, and others with a mixture of the two. And it's quite interesting where you get the potentially get a sensory overload with some autistic children, and yet on the ADHD side of things, you get a need for sort of sensory input, whether it's chewing or whatever, or a fidget toy. So what fidget toys have you got, Heidi? You said you've got some.
I've got my Tangle, I've got my fidget cube, and I've got this chewing necklace.
Okay. And you can have those in the classroom and at school as well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, she's allowed at school, aren't you? To have those. Yeah, Heidi's a complete sensory seeker. Anything tactile, chewy. She loves to chew things. Unfortunately, she loves to chew her nails, which isn't the best. But yeah, she's a big chewer.
I've just got a couple of photos from your Facebook page, which are lovely. There's one here of with that very same chewy one with her doing a work. So is yes, that's you, Heidi. So is the chewing, is the sensory input something while Heidi's doing something, or can it be at any time?
It's any time, really. She loves to chew to concentrate, but she also likes to chew to relax as well. So
okay,
yeah.
And there was another one which I think you need to explain. It's a lovely shot, that one.
Heidi's favourite pastime. What's that, Heidi?
That's me climbing my door frame in my house.
And I think you made the comment with the picture that you'd already been out for a long run, or you'd been to the gym or something beforehand, and then you come home and you're still going up the wall. Yeah,
she'd done a 2-mile run. She'd been on the trampoline for another for 2 hours as well, and then she was still climbing the walls.
And like I go on a bike ride at the end of the day with my dad, and like like we bought a new bed for our dog, and we said that's not for a Hungarian Vizsla because it was so massive. It was bigger than the TV.
So you've obviously got quite an appetite for doing active things, then.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got recorder as well. We've been mentioning your Facebook page. A quick shot of that one for anybody, and I put the link to it down in the description of the video, so people are welcome to go and have a look at that, and obviously follow you and join the 1800 or other that are following you on there. So well, thank you to both of us, to both of you, sorry, for joining us tonight and accompanying us as you go. It's been lovely talking to you both, and I hope all is well. You say you've got a very supportive school. Is that some distance away from you, or were you able to find one locally that was good?
No, we were very lucky because, as you know, we lived abroad before Christmas, and we
Right.
moved back, and we had a couple of options of schools to go back to. And I just did my research basically, and also liaised with the SEN teacher. SEN teachers of the school options, and basically picked the school that I got the best feel for, and it was a good choice because the Senko teacher at school is fantastic. Heidi's teacher in her class is fantastic.
Lovely. Well, it sounds like you've got really good support from school, and you're obviously doing great things together at home as well. And do keep up that Facebook page. It's lovely to follow what you're doing and spreading the word.
Oh, thank you.
And of some of my Barbies, I like a little bit chew their feet. I can show you one of the chew your feet now.
You got.
Yeah.
We're doing a complete show and tell now, are we?
Yeah, a tour.
Tour of the chewy feet.
What do we got?
We
Whoa.
got this girl's feet. Wait,
Oh, move it sideways. That's the one.
been chewed a little bit. And then I've got another girl's feet. And I've got Ken's feet.
We just find random things around the house that have been chewed, and
Right.
it's usually Heidi that's been the culprit.
Anyone else in the house can get away with it then.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I will. I'll leave you to have the rest of the evening. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to Heidi.
Thank you
Back
for
in a shot
inviting
again.
us.
Okay. Everybody listening to this video, here's a little thing I learnt on my recorder myself.
Oh, right. Okay.
Heidi, have you got a message
Excellent.
for the boys and girls? That might be nice. Have you got a message for other boys and girls that might be watching this?
Don't be afraid to tell your parents you've been acting weird at school and lately. Okay?
No, what about confidence?
Oh, okay.
A message about confidence? Accepting your differences?
Oh yeah, accepting your differences. And also this.
Could become our new signature tune. Lovely, Heidi and Nichola. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks,
Okay.
Richard. Bye-bye.
Bye for now. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.